Hey guys, apologies that my desk is so filthy here today, but this is something that I had thought about doing for a while, and I kind of decided against it because I thought not really enough stuff, news is coming out every month, but that's how it was for a while recently. But then after everything we got from the Gunpla Expo this past weekend, I thought, alright, what the heck, I'll start doing a monthly Gundam news video, and this week there's tons of news to talk about, so welcome to the first episode of this Gundam news series that I'm going to be doing, Gunpla news, and Gundam related to, I guess. So anyway, like I said, a lot to talk about, so let's just get to what I want to talk about first. I could take some notes, and some on my computer too. The first thing, obviously this past weekend, we've gotten tons of news from the Gunpla Expo in Akihabara, Tokyo, and tons of new stuff released, and lots of news on some stuff that we knew about already, and we got lots of news about that. So, the first thing was we saw a new trailer for Gundam The Origin. I'm really looking forward to that series, and what we saw in the trailer looks really cool. It looks like they're gonna really be focusing on giving a lot more of the story of Char for one, and just like kind of the beginnings or kind of the history of Xian, which will be really cool to see, like the Sabi family before the 1 Year War. So that'll be cool, and the animation was the other thing I wanted to talk about that. The animation looks really good and interesting, I think, really nice, very similar to the animation we saw in Gundam Unicorn. Some of the like action sequences though looked a bit like a video game, and I didn't really like that. Hopefully they're just not finished, and that's the reason, but I'm not sure. Hopefully they don't look like that in the series, but either way it's still going to be cool, but it'd be nice if that's going to be better. The other thing, before I start talking about kits and stuff like that, there's a photo, I'll show you here, that is talking about the Master Grade Reborn 1100. So I saw this photo online, and I haven't seen anything else about it other than just that photo. So if anyone else has seen more about that, please let me know. Maybe I'll see something else more about that later this week, but if you haven't seen that, then you can take a look at that. But alright, so obviously the big thing from the weekend, from the show, the expo, was about the Perfect Grade Unicorn. But I'm going to say that and talk about that last. First I want to talk about just the kits that we saw that we already knew were coming, and so they weren't announcements, but just maybe we saw some new things about them. So and just a disclaimer first, I don't collect like Robot Damashi or like Robot Spirits, those kind of figures, so I don't collect them. I don't really know much about them, so I don't really keep up with that stuff. And also SD, anything SD related, I don't really keep up with at all. So I'm sorry if you wanted to maybe hear more about that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to really talk about it too much. Just kind of pass by and maybe say a few things. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Robot Damashi X Ka Signature Penelope Gundam. We're still waiting for a release date and a price for that. It's not announced yet, but we're just seeing some first pictures, and it looks really intense. I mean, just because it's the Penelope Gundam, it's got kind of stuff shooting out everywhere. I don't really particularly like the design, because I don't really like the design of the Kasi very much either, but the Penelope is like even more intense with like that like big like swan head going out over its head and just kind of stuff everywhere. And not really my cup of tea, but if you're a fan of the Penelope and you're a fan of figures, there you go. So far no Bandai kits for the Penelope yet, so maybe someday. The other one is the Robot Damashi Gundam Mk-II. That's coming out next month in December for 4,500 yen, so maybe like $40 US. From the pictures here that we're seeing, recently. Like the articulation and proportions look really, really awesome. I don't know if it's better than just having the RG, because I think that RG of the Mark II is the best of the RG series. It's certainly the best one that I've built, but I haven't built all of them yet, so from what I've seen, I think that's just the best of the RG series so far. The next one is the Robot Spirits Shining Gundam, coming in April for 5,500 yen. That looks cool if you're a fan of Shining Gundam. Hopefully those Master Grade kits will be getting some love, maybe 2.0s or something like that in the future. Or new high grades. I don't know. But it's getting a figure anyway, for now. And then there's the Robot Spirits Enhanced Double Zeta Gundam. I've got this Double Zeta Gundam, which I'll be showing you in the next videos. That's third-party kit. But for now, if you're a fan of Robot Spirits figures, that Double Zeta Gundam is going to be coming in April for 5,900 yen. It's a little bit more pricey. Then there's also, of course, the Metal Robot Spirits. This is a new thing that they're doing, and so this is the first one. It's the High New Gundam, coming in January for 10,500 yen. It's quite a bit, so like almost $100 for that thing, but it does look nice. It looks more similar to the older MG design, so not like the new Verka, but more like the older one, just with like larger fuel tanks. It looks nice, but with so many high news out there, just between the regular HG, the old MG, the new MG Verka, even the third party, the High New Gundam from Model Comprehend, and then the new High New from Build Fighters, I'll talk about here in a bit. Just kind of getting a little bit tired of the High New, but that's just me. Some people love it, so good for them. Then for SD, there's the Winning Gundam. No surprise, I mean, we already knew about that, coming next month for about 10,000 yen. Pretty cheap from, obviously from Build Fighters Drei. And that's going to be cool how it's compatible with the Lightning Gundam and the Build Burning Gundam. So if you like Build Fighters, which I think probably a lot of you do, that will be a cool one. I'll be passing on that. SD is not really my thing, but then there's the BB Senshi Build Burning Gundam, also from Build Fighters Drei, of course. But the effect parts aren't clear on that, which is kind of sucks. And of course, it doesn't have the articulation that the HG kit has either. So if you're a fan of the Build Burning Gundam, I think you're probably definitely going to go for the HG. But the SD is only 800 yen, also coming out in December. So if you like SD and or you're on a budget, you can get that one. Then there's the BB Senshi Musha Victory Gundam. That's kind of cool, very shiny, a lot of gold, and then the effect parts are cool because the effect parts have like a silver sparkle in them. So that's kind of cool. That's coming in January for 1,200 yen. And the gold parts can also form a separate unit that kind of stands on its own, so that's pretty cool. Again, if you're into BB, SD stuff. Then finally getting to the HGs, there's the, we'll start with Reconquista and G kits. There's the G-Self Space Equipment Option Parts coming next month in December for 1,296 yen, so probably 1,200 yen. It's sold separately from the kit, which is fine. That's actually probably good. It's better, because then people don't have to buy doubles of the same kit. They can just swap the option parts if they want. The bad thing is that the kit at like 1,200 yen, it's almost as much. I mean, the option parts are 1,200 yen. It's almost as much as the kit itself, so that's kind of a lot. But it does come with its own base. That's good. So then you can put the Gundam on the base, and then the base actually has a second arm, so that it can hold that small like fighter that comes with that. So you can have the like space option parts flying separately with the fighter or separated, and you can mount them both on that base. That's nice. Next from Reconquista G, next month in December, again for 1,200 yen each, we have the Jahanam Standard and the Jahanam Captain. Jahanam Standard, basically to me it looks just like the Reconquista version of a Zaku. Maybe it's just the color scheme and just kind of the overall design of it looks very Zaku-like. But the green effect parts that it has for that big axe look really cool. I like that they're doing that really bright green for all the effect parts for Reconquista. And like the beam chain on the some of the other kits looks really cool. I like that. And then of course for the Captain version, basically it's just blue and it has the Captain's horn. From what I can tell, that's the only difference. I don't think there's any difference in the weaponry or anything else at all. And then moving on to Build Fighters, next month in December, for 1,900 yen, the R-GyaGya is coming out. What we saw at the expo this time was painted, so the gold is painted, but actually on the kit it's going to be molded in gold. At the Miyazawa model exhibition, we can see that the parts are actually molded in that nasty gold molding that Bandai has been doing recently. So, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of that kit anyway. I won't be picking it up, but it looks like it's going to be a totally new mold. It's basically lost any parts that it had in common with the HGGyan, so I think they basically just have to do a whole new mold for that. Then there is the Build Fighters Gouf R-35 Plavsky Particle Clear version, coming next month in December for 2,700 yen. It's pretty high because it's a special clear, sparkly blue clear version, and it comes with the CD single for Back-On's song Silent Trigger from the series, I think, actually. I haven't been watching Build Fighters that much. I'm about halfway through the first season, so and I don't always really pay much attention to the music in the series, so anyway, I haven't seen much information about that, but 2,700 yen for an HG clear kit and a CD is actually very, very cheap considering Japan's prices for stuff like that, so if that's something that interests you, good luck. I hope you can get that. It's very limited, but I hope you get it. Then there's the Mega Shiki, of course. I think a lot of people are excited about this kit because a lot of people love the Hyakushiki. I personally am not a huge Hyakushiki fan. I love the Delta design and the Delta Plus design, like the Delta Kai. But the Hyakushiki, I don't know. It's gold, it's kind of cool, but I don't know, it's never really appealed all that much to me, but the Mega Shiki looks really cool. I like that purple color for it, and just the overall design changes to it I think look really, really awesome. That new backpack is cool, with the really big thrusters on there, and then the high heels it's got now. That's cool. Everything looks good on that kit. That's one of the ones I'll definitely hope to get sometime later. Then of course there's the Mega Shiki build custom set, coming for 650 yen. That it was on display in like this light gray, almost white color. So I don't know if that's gonna be the color it's gonna actually be molded in, or if it's gonna be molded in purple like the Mega Shiki. I'm not sure. Maybe they want to do it in just a neutral color when it's sold separately, so that way it looks a bit more compatible with other kits. Because like most kits are not purple, so if you put this big purple backpack on any other kit, then it's gonna look like pretty strange. So of course you can always paint it, of course, but for those people who don't paint, maybe they want to make it in a more neutral color. We'll see. And then that's all for Build Fighters. Moving on to the RG, of course we've got the Wing Zero Custom EW coming at Christmas, basically, for 2,700 yen. It's a little bit more than the other RGs we've had than the regular 2500 price point, but I think it looks really good. I, of course, like most people my age, most of like our generation, kind of started our Gundam experience with wings, so there's kind of that nostalgia there, and I think the only version of that kit, or the only version of that design I've built is the Perfect Grade, which was like almost 10 years ago, so it's been a while since I've built a Wing Zero custom. So I'm looking forward to that RG. I just really enjoy RGs in general, so that's definitely going to be one that I'll pick up. It looks really good. Then there is the Wing Zero rifle option parts. Now these are coming also in December for 9,800 yen with the Gundam Ace magazine. We've now got the name of that rifle. It's the Drei Zwerg Buster, and personally I think it looks pretty silly. It looks like something from like Double O or Age. It doesn't look like it fits with like the Gundam wing designs at all. And I don't really know why a huge Buster rifle needs attachments to be more huge and more Buster. It doesn't really do it for me, but hey, if it works for you, then that's great. One thing I noticed though in the pictures that we've seen of it, the left hand isn't actually gripping the rifle. It's just like the open hand is on the rifle, so it's got like one hand gripping the rifle and the other hand's just like open like that. So apparently it can't grip both handles like other versions have. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see for sure when we actually have the kit, but that's what I noticed. Of course, for this, for these option parts, it also needs its own stand because obviously it's not going to be holding it up. And it can be held, the individual parts can be held individually, that they are calling the Messer Zwerg, for just one of them. Or if you buy 2 sets, you can actually put 6 of them. So like the normal set comes with 3, you can get 6 to put like all around the Buster rifle and then have like it looking like crazy ridiculous. To each their own. So someone can maybe let me know, I don't know, has that appeared in the manga or is that just like totally new, it's like out of nowhere, or what, I'm not sure. Maybe it's from the manga, in which case maybe it looks better animated. We'll see. Then for the RE line, it's the Gundam Mk-III. It looks really, really cool, coming in December for 3,500 yen. Good price point, I think, for that. That was basically exactly what we expected. I think the colors look good, the articulation looks pretty good from what we can tell. Of course, we haven't really seen it in much more than just a static pose, but just from looking at some of the joints, it looks like it's going to have some pretty good articulation. Not like a master grade, but like a high grade. I wonder, because the Mk-III has a full armor version, I wonder if Bandai will make a full armor set for this. I don't think so, but so far we haven't seen anything premium Bandai, like online exclusive for the RE line. So I gotta figure that at some point they're gonna have some premium Bandai stuff in the RE line. It could be full armor parts for the Mk-III. I doubt it, but we'll see. Either way, I'll probably get that kit eventually because I like the way it looks, but I've pre-ordered this full armor Mk-III in 1/60th size, so like perfect grade size, from a third-party company called Ex Machina. They're making this. It's been delayed to hell though. It's been like, the delay for it is now like a year. It's supposed to be coming out now April of next year, and I think the original date was June of this year, so basically a year later than it was originally supposed to come out. But anyway, I just want it to be good, a good kit. I don't mind waiting a bit more. It's okay, because like I'm busy doing other stuff anyway, but someday we'll get that kit. And I'll probably get the RE Mk-III at some point someday later too. And then the other RE that we knew about was the GP04, the Gerbera, and that's going to be coming in March. And so now is our first time to finally see a prototype of the kit, and the prototype looks awesome. That one I'm definitely going to be getting. The prototype looks really, really good, just from what we can see so far. The details and the proportions and everything look really good, so I'm really looking forward to that in March. And it looks like the fuel tanks thruster on the back. There's two going up and one going down. One going down can basically serve as like a support for the back, sort of like the Hainu can like kind of rest on its fuel tanks in the back. That's cool. Alright, now let's take a look at the new announcements. Okay, so for new stuff, we've got the Robot Spirits X Class Signature Kasi missile pod equipment. Now, there's no price or release date for this yet, but again, if you like figures, that's going to be really cool. I think it looks really awesome, and I'm sure it's going to be only a matter of time until a third-party manufacturer puts one out in like a model kit form. It could very well be Model Comprehend because they've got their Kasi Gundam out already, but they've never done something like that before, where like releasing option parts or something like that for a kit later, except if you count option parts they did for the Q-Blade, but it wasn't really option parts, just enhanced joint parts. Anyway, I think we'll probably see that in a model form sometime later. Then there's the BB Senshi Lightning Gundam. Also, we're seeing that for the first time in its prototype form. Again, no price or release date set for that yet. Sometime in the spring, I guess, we could shoot for. Then let's talk about all the new Premium Bandai announcements. So starting off with the Premium Bandai Master Grade Banshee Norn. That's coming in March for about 8,000 yen, I think. I couldn't find, at least in my checking, I couldn't find the price for that, but I think 8,000 yen. That already came out in the orange version. I've got mine here. And when I ordered it, I was worried, is Bandai gonna release another one later as like a standard edition? In that case, I don't want to spend extra money to get the Premium Bandai one. But now we see that they are releasing a green Psycho Frame version, a Final Battle version, but once again, it's Premium Bandai, so I don't really feel so bad about buying the first one now. So I've got the first run, where they did it in orange Psycho Frame, but now it's going to be re-released with the green Psycho Frame. I won't be getting that. I don't need another Master Grade Unicorn, and especially just a different color Psycho Frame. From what I can tell, it's the only thing that's different about that. So if you didn't get the orange one, now's your chance to get that, because now you can pretty much assume that it's not coming in a standard release of Master Grade. So if you want a Master Grade Banshee Norn, looks like that's going to be your only chance, so go ahead and pick that up. Other thing is the Premium Bandai Master Grade Zeta 3 B-Type, gray Zeta, that's from the Gundam Evolve series. It's Gundam Evolve 9. It's like a series of promo kind of side story kind of videos that they're doing. And it looks like it's got lots of details on there, so it looks like it's going to be a lot of new runners, I think, for that. But I can assume that the frame it's going to be using is going to be the Zeta 2.0 frame, because that's going to be coming at 7,000 yen. It's pretty expensive for an MG, and it's not really even a huge MG. It is premium exclusive, but still 7,000 seems pretty high. That's coming in February, and it's also got these stripes on it, and I'm not sure if those are going to be like water slides like we saw on the Hainu, some like big water slides, so we'll have like big stripe water slides for that, for those brown stripes. We'll have to see. And then there's a lot of these little green stickers. I can't tell from the pictures because it's hard to tell, but they're either green or just like metallic stickers. They could even be metal stickers, metal decals. It's hard to tell, but they're kind of all over the kit. Kind of strange, I don't know. I don't really like the overall look of the kit. I'm not like a huge Zeta fan anyway, Zeta Gundam fan. That Gundam, the series, yes, but the Gundam, not a really huge fan, so probably gonna pass on that one. But that big gun that it has does look pretty cool. The big shield, the shield is kind of looks kind of stupid to me, but that's one that actually does look very good in Wave Rider mode. So if I were to get that, that's probably how I would display it in Wave Rider mode. It's pretty cool. And then going along with that, there's also going to be a Premium Bandai Master Grade Zeta Unit 3 P2 type, red Zeta, and so far all we're seeing of that is just the back of the kit. I don't know why they're not showing the front, because from what we can tell of the back, it looks like it's finished, but I don't know why we're only seeing the back of that. But the release date and the price of that are yet to be announced. The price we can figure probably going to be the same as the orange one, 7,000. But from what we can see of the back of that kit, it looks like it's going to have a lot of new parts on that, so the price might be a little bit higher actually, but we'll have to wait and see. And we'll have to wait and see about the weapons it comes with too. Those will be all new, I'm sure. Then Premium Bandai Master Grade Rikdom in the Dozo Zabi Custom. Another one of these Zabi Custom Master Grade Zeon kits. I haven't really liked any of them that I've seen so far. And this one is definitely the worst one that I've seen. It looks really bad in my opinion. It's coming in March for 5,400 yen. Yeah, that gold trim and those spikes on the shoulder, just, I don't know, not for me. If you were to paint it and do it really well, I guess it might look okay. And if you're like a really big Zeon fan, maybe. Then Premium Bandai Wing RG, Wing Zero Custom, EW, the Seraphim Feather effect parts. I think everyone was kind of assuming that there was going to be some kind of Premium Bandai effect part or something for the Wing Gundam. But I think this was kind of a surprise for a lot of people, and not a very welcome one. I don't know. A lot of the feedback I've seen so far is a lot of people kind of disappointed with how this effect part looks, because I am going to agree that it looks kind of ugly. It doesn't really look that good, like really half-assed. Basically, they just took like basically like an Action Base 3. It's got like the picture of like just like space with wings, or with some feathers, and then it's got some like 2 clear arms, and then the angel feathers, and they're molded in that ugly white, ugly clear white color that if you've seen some of my other videos talking about clear kits, I hate that clear white color that they use. So yeah, but at least they put the idea out there for other people, and for me, and maybe for other people too. So I think maybe what I'll do is just make some feathers out of plot plate. I think it wouldn't be that hard to just make some plot plates like that. Make some feathers using plot plate. So that's probably what I'll do. And you should too. If you guys really want, when that comes out, if you're really interested in how to make that out of plot plate, maybe let me know. Maybe I'll do a video about like tutorial how to do it. Yeah, if you're interested, let me know in a comment. Next, moving on to Gundam Build Fighters, we have the Wing Zero Hano, and that looks really cool, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so sorry guys, once again, I'm not keeping up on Build Fighters that well. That's coming in March, and at 1,800 yen. This is the first we're seeing this kit, and we're not even seeing a prototype, it's just straight to the actual kit, it looks like. It's basically remodeled from the Wing Zero, of course, but it looks like it's going to have a lot of new parts, especially the wings are totally new. The wings are made up of swords, basically, like these big elaborate swords. And it's shown, it's at least 2 swords, but I think maybe it's all 4 swords. Of course it doesn't have 4 hands, so it's kind of not really any need to have 4 swords, but it looks like it's made up of 4 different swords. And then it's got like a bunch of clear orange parts, like the Build Burning Gundam on there. And it does transform, and the transformed mode looks basically just like the Wing Zero Gundam, but just with new parts, new colors. That'll be cool. And then there's going to be, of course, the a parts set for that, the Wing Zero Honu parts set coming in March, and we don't have a price for that yet. It's going to be coming with the May issue of Hobby Japan magazine, so I guess that means it's going to be 800 to 900 yen. I think that's usually how much that magazine goes for, but when it's got add-ins, I think it's a little bit more, so maybe more, maybe like 1200, something like that. The magazine and the parts set. It's just a big sword, and it looks very similar to the Kotobukiya made this Unite sword, and it's kind of very similar to that. So if you saw that and were like, oh, I want a sword like that for my kit, if you don't know, there's already a sword like that you can get from Kotobukiya, and it has lots of options, like a lot of different ways you can do it. So check that out. Then there's the Hainu Vrabe. I've seen it as Brave, or I've seen it as Vrabe. I am going with Vrabe because I think that is the official name. That's from the Build Fighters manga. It's Tatsuya Yuki's first custom was the new Gundam, then it was upgraded to the Hainu Vrabe, so that's what we're getting here. It's coming in February for 2,592 yen, so 2,500 yen. It looks interesting. It's got high heels, that's cool. Like I mentioned on the Mega Shiki, I like the high heel look it's got there. I like kits that have that, it's interesting, it's something different. And then it's got some other new parts, like the shoulders are different, and the head's a little different, and obviously the backpack is quite different. And then the weapons, of course, are very different. It's got a very cool shield. It's like a booster shield. That looks really cool. And I like that the backpack doesn't look so bird-like. Although there is going to be, I think, but I don't know. I saw this picture of the bird backpack, but I think that was just someone's custom. I don't think Bandai is actually going to do that, so actually just forget about that. And then there's going to be some extra parts for that. For the Hainu Brave, there's going to be an A part set and a D part set. I'm guessing A is for attack and D is for defense, but that might be wrong because the part sets seem almost exactly the same. They don't really seem like for attack and defense. The shields on both sets look exactly the same, and basically the only difference I can see from the pictures what we've seen so far is the rifle, and even that is just the front half of the rifle. Even like the handle and the back part of the rifle look the same. The front half is different, so that's kind of stupid. The A part set is due out in January with Gundam Ace magazine, and that one's basically like a Gatling rifle, kind of. And then the D parts set is coming 1 month later in February with Daigenki Hobby, different magazine. And that one's like a long beam rifle. So, yeah. One more thing about that kit, I like how the normal shield attaches onto the backpack. That's cool. Then, big announcement I think a lot of people are excited about is the Build Fighters Amazing Red Warrior. That's cool. Everyone loves Char color schemes, and that's a really awesome looking design, awesome looking kit, the Red Warrior. That's coming in January for 1,800 yen, and it's going to be great to see in an HG form. So far all we've seen of the Red Warrior design is a fixed figuration, which is also very nice if you like fixed figures. Yeah, it looks really good. It's very reminiscent of the Astray F-Type because it's like kind of very sleek red design with tons of big gray weapons, so it kind of reminds me of the Astray. Not Astray, Astraya? F-type? Yeah. And then there's going to be a red weapon parts set for 600 yen coming out at the same time in January. It's got basically two different sword length attachment parts, bazooka, a Gatling gun, and a couple of different options for beam rifles there. Then we've got the Build Burning Gundam full color plated version is going to be coming with the Build Fighters Try Blu-ray Volume 1 initial limited edition release. Is going to have this very, very shiny Build Burning Gundam. Even the effect parts are plated, so that's shiny. Then moving on to Reconquista and G, we got a lot of new kits. When we first started getting all the new announcements from the expo, there wasn't anything from Reconquista, so I think maybe it was like the last thing they set up, maybe, because we were getting all these announcements and nothing from Reconquista. It's like, well, it's kind of strange. But then suddenly we have a bunch. So the first one is the G-Self Assault Pack coming in spring. We don't know exactly when and we don't know the price yet, but it's pretty big. And this one, I think, like the Space Pack, I don't think it will be just the parts set. I think it's going to include the G-Self as well as a whole thing, because the G-Self itself has different color. It's red. The chest and the shoulders that were blue are now red. So I think that's going to be a whole new kit with the G-Self and the Assault Pack. It's huge. It's red. Bandai is on a huge red streak with the Neo Zeon earlier this year, then the RE Nightingale, and now this. Apparently Bandai just loves making big red stuff recently. So yeah, that'll be cool. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. I'm still not a huge fan of the design of the G-Self, mostly because the shoulders. Most of the kit I can go with, even the horns. But the shoulders look terrible and they just really throw me off on the design. Like, the whole kit is so has these curves and contours everywhere, and the shoulders are just like these block shapes. Really bad looking, I think. But we'll see. Next is the G Reconquista Jyaion. Sorry, Jyaion. Yeah. Coming in February for 1900 yen. It's got that huge backpack that look like hands. It's really, again, really strange. And the eyes, it's just like a line across there. It looks like that. Kind of very strange. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with strange designs in Gunpla, but to each their own, and that one's a very unique one. Those hands on the backpack. And then there's beam effects for each of the fingers on there, so that's gonna be unique. Then more uniqueness with the Mac Knife coming in March for 1500 yen. Very simple, pretty thin and really simple kit. Even 1500 yen seems a little much for that. It seems like it should be like 1200. It's got a backpack on there though that looks like fuel tanks, I think. If that's weapons, someone let me know. I haven't been watching that series either, sorry. But yeah, that's cool. Then there's the Reconquista Elf Brook. We don't have a release date yet, just spring, sometime in the spring, for 1900 yen again. So again, that's a little bit pricey for a very simple, kind of very thin looking kit. These kits are even starting to look a little bit like, remind me of Zone of the Enders, with those legs especially. So if you guys have played Zone of the Enders, or seen the Dolores Eye, I think it's called, the anime, it's starting to look a bit like that. The beam saber effects on the feet are cool though. I like that. And I like the color scheme of that kit. It's a cool looking kit. Very not Gunpla, not Gundam looking, but that's fine. I think that kit looks pretty cool. Then moving on to HGUC. Let's see. In HGUC we've got the V2 Assault Buster Gundam. This is something I was not expecting to see in HG form, and it's something we haven't seen in model kit form for a long time, 15 plus years. That looks really good. The gold, we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the same molded gold like on the R-GyaGya. I think it might be. The one that we're seeing on display there definitely looks painted, so it's hard to tell if the gold on the actual kit is going to be plated or molded or gold stickers. I really don't think Bandai is going to do us that badly, but you never know, it could just be gold stickers. We'll have to wait and see on that, but also the Mega Beam Rifle for that is quite different from the Mega Beam Rifle that we saw in the Master Grade V-Dash Gundam that we had before. That had a really cool Mega Beam Rifle that I really liked, and the one that we're getting now with the V2 Assault Buster is a little different design but kind of similar, so we'll have to see. Then more from Victory Gundam, it's the V-Dash Gundam coming in March for 1,800 yen. I think that's a reasonable price for this kit. And I think it's safe to assume that it's going to be coming with the very similar accessories like the regular Victory Gundam, the clear parts for the shield and the rifle. And that one, I'm wondering if that will come with the Mega Beam Rifle similar to the one that came with the Verka Master Grade. I hope so. I really hope so, because I really like that gun. But I don't know. If we didn't see it on display now, I think we might not be getting that, because I think that would be like one of the big selling points that they'd want to show off for that kit. Maybe later we'll see it. Another thing I'm wondering about is if we're going to see the parts to make the Hexa, the Victory Hexa head for that, a little bit different head design. I don't know if we're going to be seeing that. I hope so. It's just a few extra parts Bandai have to throw in. Bandai, it's not really that big of a deal. Just throw those parts in. Then from the Origin, we're seeing two prototypes for kits from Gundam The Origin. First one is the Guntank early type. This one looks crazy. It looks like it's got tons of detail for like being an HG kit. The details on it look really good. Looks like it's going to be a really nice kit. The treads on the tank part, I'm not sure if those are going to be rubber or plastic. We'll have to wait and see on that. What are the treads like on the HG Guntank? I don't know. I've never built that kit, and I've never like really looked at it much. I'm not a huge Guntank fan, but whatever they used for that kit is probably what they're going to use for this new kit, I imagine. We'll have to wait and see. Then there's the Zaku 2 Char Custom. Of course, we're going to be getting that. Again, the details on that look great. The new bazooka on that, the bigger bazooka, I guess it's like an early type Zaku bazooka. That looks really good. And then, of course, the two triple missile pods on the shield. Very cool. Then, moving on to RE. We're just about to get the second RE, and we've known what the third one's going to be for a while, and now we're getting news of what the fourth one is going to be, and it's going to be the Dijeh. And no release date for that, but we can assume sometime in the summer, probably, of next year. June, maybe. And, of course, no price yet, but we'll have to see. I wonder if that's going to be the kit that's maybe related to the Master Grade RE100 thing that we saw before. Maybe it's going to be doing like more of an inner frame for that kit. Maybe. We'll see. I've never really been a big fan of the Dijeh's design, but this one looks cool, and so far all we've seen is a prototype and this art that we saw in the magazine now. But it looks good now. I never really cared for the design much while I was watching the anime, but I think this could be a kit that really gets me into it. It's the wings, mostly. The wings look stupid, in my opinion. And this is another kit that at the show, when they got the prototype there, all we're seeing is the back. And from what you can see, like the side, it looks like the front's finished too, so I don't know why we're not seeing the front of that kit. Maybe it's not quite finished enough that they want to show it and then it looks bad and people are like, oh, the kit looks bad. Even though it's obviously a prototype. I don't know. So that'll be interesting. I'll be looking forward to seeing more news about that in the spring. Then for RG, we've got an announcement for the new RG. No prototype or anything this time, but we just got the image that it's going to be the Double Riser. So again, we can probably assume that that's going to be coming probably in April and probably around the same price point as the Wing Custom, probably around 2,700 yen. Maybe more, maybe 3,000 yen. We'll have to wait and see about that, but yeah, I like RGs. I'm not a huge fan of the Double Riser, but I'll probably give it a try at some point. Then for MG, we got two kits, two announcements for MG kits. There's the Master Grade Gundam Double X. This is something that I think no one was really expecting. I mean, we had the Gundam X last year, and it went over pretty well. People were excited about that. People liked it. I liked the anime. I watched it a long time ago, and I liked it. But the models aren't really that exciting for me personally, and especially like the Double X. It looks cool, but it's not like something that I'm like really waiting to anxiously buy for myself. That's going to be coming in March for 4,500 yen, and the reflector panels on that I think we can assume will be the same kind of thing like what we saw on the Gundam X, where it's like a clear piece and then like a kind of just like effect piece, not a sticker, but just like a kind of thin effect piece going behind the clear piece inside the reflector panels. Yeah, doesn't really look, I'm not so excited about it, but anyway, any news for Master Grades, any news is good news right now. That's out in March. And then before that, in February, we're getting the Master Grade Exia Dark Matter. That's coming out at 5,000 yen. A little bit pricey. That was a surprise also, because I really expected there to be a Master Grade from Build Fighters Drei. Probably the Build Burning Gundam, and I'm sure we'll get one later. But because Drei is going on now, I expected it to be something from that. But nope, we're getting it from the first season, the Dark Matter, and I think it looks good. I'm not going to be getting it because I'm not really a big fan of the Exia, and I'm not really a huge fan of Build Fighters either. It's a fun show, but I'm not into it that much that it makes me really want to get that kit. It looks like the sword blades on that are going to be plated, not clear parts. If that was a kit that I was really interested in, I would kind of have preferred clear parts, like clear blue and clear red parts for the blades of that, but it looks like they're going to be plated, from just what we can tell so far. And yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of like dark or like evil looking mobile suits. I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me. Or like when people build their customs and name it something like Dark Angel or like Hell Warrior, something like that. I don't know. It's kind of not really my thing. Anyway, that's it for the news. The last thing we want to talk about is the perfect grade. Yeah, so when we got the announcement that we were getting a perfect grade unicorn, I was excited because it's cool that we're finally getting another perfect grade. It's been a long time, and I like the Unicorn Gundam. I like the Unicorn series. I really, really like the series. But I don't know. It's just like I've already got so many Unicorn kits in HG and MG form. It's like I didn't really know what a perfect grade could really bring to the table. And then even as we started getting like the first pictures of it, it just looked like just a big MG. It's just like I don't really know what to be excited about for this kit. But I've been wrong, and now that we've seen more about the kit, the more I see about it, the more I'm excited about it, because it does look really, really nice. I think I should have believed in Bandai all along to do it really well. But it looks like it is going to be done really well. So first let's talk about the price of it, because that's going to be a big concern for a lot of people, because obviously if they can't afford it, it doesn't really matter about any of the features of it, because they can't afford it anyway. So yeah, the price of the kit is at 21,600 yen. Pretty expensive. If you buy it from HLJ, it's 16,000 yen, quite a bit less. In US dollars, that comes out to about 136. That's not bad. 136 for a PG kit plus shipping, so I mean like 150, 160 for a PG kit is not bad at all, I think. Especially one that transforms and whatever. Then, of course, there's the LED set, though, as well. That's 12,900 yen just for the LED set. Again, if you order from HLJ, that's 9,600 yen. That's about $80, a little bit over $80 US. This is all at the current conversion rate, and I'm obviously not sponsored by HLJ at all. I'm just giving that for an example, because that's who I'll be getting mine from. And you should too. Their prices are very good, I think. So total list price total for that comes to 34,500 yen. That's almost $300. That's a lot. Like I said, the kit itself is not that bad, but that LED set is pricey, and that much for an LED set seems a lot for me. I think it seems overpriced. But I don't know, I'm probably going to be wrong again. Probably the quality is going to be really awesome and amazing. It's going to be totally worth it. So I'm going to pre-order mine. I pre-ordered the kit, but it's still on order stop for the LED set, so I've got to wait for the LED set to open up again before I can pre-order that. But I will be getting it. I figure, I know I'm going to want it. If I get the kit and I don't have the LED set, then I'm just going to be like, damn, I want that LED set. So, just gotta bite the bullet on that one and just get it. So yeah, the total list price comes out to just under $300. If you get it from HLJ, it comes out to 25,600 yen, or about $220 US, under that, 217. Plus shipping, so 250 bucks. For the model and the LED set. Not bad. But wait, there's more. There's the full armor set, but that is only Premium Bandai. So that one you've got to get from Premium Bandai, so that is going to be more expensive just for everything you get with it and because it's exclusive. So that's 7,000 yen. So then if you're talking the kit, the LED set, the full armor set, then it's coming to almost $300 for everything, which is quite a lot. But so let's talk about what the kit includes. The kit itself includes a beam magnum, an extra set of ammo packs, a shield, a hyper bazooka, 4 beam sabers, 2 beam Gatling guns that can attach onto the arm, like we've seen, and a display stand. That's cool, we have a display stand for it, but it's not a display base that hooks up under the crotch of the kit like a normal action base, but it's just a stand for the kit to stand there on it. I don't think it holds up the kit in any other way. So that's what comes with the kit. With the LED set, it comes with 29 LEDs that go throughout the Psycho frame. I guess those will be pink or red. And then 1 LED for the head, eyes. It's going to be green, I guess. For like the camera and the eyes and the head. It's got a light up sequence, auto mode. This is all stuff you've probably heard before. It's not anything new. We just haven't seen any, at least at the time that I'm making this video, I haven't seen like exactly what that sequencing and auto mode exactly looks like. I'm sure it'll be cool. And yeah, we did see this this image now that does show a bit more about what the LEDs are going to look like. And the quality does look really good. It looks like they're in, like, it's not just the wire then like to the bulb and it's just like that, but like the bulbs are housed in like a little box, it looks like. So like the boxes will be set in their designated areas throughout the model kit, and it's going to be very easy and good quality construction for that, so that's important. So I think it'll be good. And then with the full armor set, it's coming with a second Hyper Bazooka. So not two, it's just using the one you got before and then one more. So it comes with a second one. 2 shields, so that makes a total of 3. 8 of the hand grenade racks. 2 triple missile pod racks. Triple missile pods, not racks. 4 more beam Gatling guns, so that's going to be a total of 6. And the 2 propellant tanks. And then of course the supports and the frame for holding everything together, and a set of designated trigger finger hands that are specifically for holding those weapons, and another set of waterslide decals. Yeah, so that's cool. No Hyper Beam Javelin in there, which is kind of sad. We didn't get it with the HG, so I guess that's only a version Katoki thing that we're getting the Beam Javelin. Too bad. I wish we were getting it with the PG, with this full armor set, especially for that price. And I hope we don't get it at all. I would rather not have it at all than just have the insult of it being released later as something else separate in a magazine again, or like as its own separate premium Bandai thing. If that's the case, then I'll be kind of pissed, because anyway, so I'd rather it just not come out at all. So if you loved all the work you put into the full armor unicorn in master graded form, just imagine all the fun you can have now it's in a bigger size. All the repetition is just going to be even more fun. So we've seen pictures of the box art and the runners and some of the manual, not the construction pages, but just a few pages of the manual so far. The box art looks very boring and not very good. I don't know. Compared to other like master grade boxes that we've seen so far, master grade boxes are usually cool because of their simplicity. But this one, it doesn't really have that. It just kind of looks very basic. Too easy. And then we've also seen what's going to be coming with the kits for stickers and water slides. There's 2 sheets of foil stickers, and then I think those water slides, from this picture that we can see here, I can't tell if those are water slides or stickers. I would assume that they would be water slides, you'd think, but in that picture they kind of look like the stickers, like what you get in an RG. So I really hope that they're water slides. We'll see, but it's quite a lot of them. And the hands are similar to like the recent MG hands. Some of the hands we've seen with some of the recent MG kits, the MP runners. 4 runners of polycaps. It's going to be a lot there. 6 runners of psycho frame, and then plus another runner that has the psycho frame for the shield and some other clear parts on it as well. So if you count that, actually 7 runners of pink psycho frame parts. The face, one of the features is that the face tucks when it transforms. The unicorn mask tucks in behind the Gundam face. They're kind of advertising that like it's a cool feature, but I don't really see what's so exciting about that. Maybe because it's got like the LED wiring and stuff, they're like, well, look at what we did, but I don't know. And then the other big news, of course, is that it's got the third form. It's the Destroy Unchained, and basically what it is just like an open hatch version of the Unicorn, and it's not anything new for the Perfect Grade. We've seen that with some of the older Gundam Perfect Grade kits have like open hatch features, and that's essentially what we're getting here, but it's done in a cool way. Just because it's not very new doesn't mean it's not good. It definitely looks very cool, very interesting. I think it's basically how the majority of people are going to be displaying their kit once they get it in that form. I personally really like the Unicorn Gundam in Unicorn mode, but when you got a kit like that, to not be displaying it in that third form is kind of a shame. So. And yeah, the only other thing that I thought I was a little bit worried about, I think a lot of the new armor separations look really good, except the knee. That new knee joint looks really strange. When it's bent, the joint basically comes totally out of the lower part of the leg. I'm glad that they did something about the knee joint to make it more articulated, but it looks really strange, I think. Very strange. We'll see, I don't know. It's good, but strange. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. That was the end. That's basically all I wanted to talk about. It was a lot of stuff. I promise in future Gunpla news videos, there won't be so many things to talk about, I'm sure, until there's another big expo. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching, really. Wow. It was just a lot to talk about. And it's probably not news for a lot of you guys. But just in case you have been away from your phone and or computer for the last few days, hopefully it was good to show you guys what's new and what's coming. So I hope that's helpful. Last thing, I just want to mention one more quick thing, and that's some speculation about the Perfect Grade Unicorn and basically what the future holds for more releases, because if there's one thing we've learned from Bandai and Unicorn kits is that one kit is never enough. So what do we think about what's going to be released in the future? Could we see a Banshee variation of the Perfect Grade Unicorn? I think that would be very easy to guess that we might see that. All they have to do is change a few pieces and change the color. We could see a Banshee, or we could see a green cycle frame version of the Unicorn. All Bandai has to do is release the 7 runners I mentioned that contain the cycle frame parts. Just put out those 7 runners as a package, just molded in green, and there you go. You got parts to make the final battle version, or the awakened version, whatever you want to call it, of the Unicorn. That's very possible, I think. Like I said, we could see add-on parts for the Hyper Beam Javelin, but I doubt it, and I'm hoping not. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think we could see? I think the Unicorn 03 Phoenix is probably a little bit out of the question. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but I'd say a Banshee would be very easy to assume. So yeah, enough of this video. Guys, if you made it to the end, thank you so much. Let me know that you made it to the end by leaving a comment, and let me know what you think the future holds for the Unicorn, what Bandai might do to try to squeeze some more money out of us in that kit. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.